Today I got the Platinum Trophy for Twisted Metal. This is an old school PlayStation classic. It was released in 1995 on the original PlayStation, making it nearly 30 years old. And it is obvious it is that old from the gameplay and the controls. It was a lot to get used to. But it has 31 trophies including the Platinum, and here's the journey.
Twisted Metal, you are what you drive. Okay, well I am a beat up Lancer that needs a new battery then. That's amazing. Never played this game as a kid, and I'm not a big fan of races or car games, so we'll see how we go.
So this game's actually not a racer at all. It's more of a demolition derby type game where the goal is just to destroy all the other cars in the level. So I mean, imagine like a demolition derby or like that prank in Jackass 1 where Johnny Knoxville rents a taxi and destroys it. That's what you're trying to do here, except you can pick up weapons and rockets and stuff like that throughout the map and use them to damage other cars. So this is actually a really straightforward Platinum Trophy. There's trophies attached to beating each level in the game, and then you've got to beat the game using every single car in the game, which there's a workaround for that I'll show you later. And then there's a few miscellaneous trophies scattered throughout the levels. The first level of the game is Arena Duel, where you're just playing against one other car and you've got to destroy them. And I found it really tough to start off with. The graphics are really poor, it's such an old game, and the controls are just so janky, especially because this is an original PlayStation game. It's optimized for the D-pad to control the car, which I just wasn't used to at all. It took me a long while to get used to it. I died a few times, I played around with a few different cars, and then I finally started getting the hang of it.
My cop now. Assailant is a young black teenager, appears to be driving an ice cream truck.
Also, this game has the rewind feature that you see in a lot of PlayStation classics, which just lets you rewind the game to before you made a mistake. And it still took me like a good 8 attempts to beat this level. But luckily I got my first trophy for picking up 5 weapons.
Let's get collect 5 weapons in any level. Okay. So far, I'm really not enjoying this. This is janky as fuck. This has to be a PS1 game. I thought it must have been PS2. My cop now. Assailant is a young black teenager, appears to be driving an ice cream truck.
After about another 20 minutes of getting used to the controls and realizing I could actually respawn in the game and not restarting it, I finally defeated this car to beat the first level, which got me another trophy.
Beat an opponent with a special weapon. And the beginning of the end. Complete level 1 Arena Duel. Okay. I don't like this game at all. This sucks. This is terrible.
The next level is Warehouse District Warfare. As the title suggests, it's in a warehouse district, except there's no vape shots being blown up by organised crime gangs. If you're Australian, you'll get that. And basically, the way leveling works in this game is each new level's a change of scenery, and there's more opponents to beat. So the first level had 1 opponent, and this one has 3. I should mention is this game, due to it being an original PlayStation game, there's no way to save. Memory cards weren't a thing back then, neither was AI porn. It was a really dark time in humanity. So you couldn't actually save your game, which means you had to beat the whole thing in one sitting. And what that creates then is, because I was so bad at the game, I'd used all 3 of my respawns in the first level because I was terrible at it. So this level I couldn't respawn once. So this took me ages again, just abusing the rewind feature. But finally I destroyed the last car and I got another trophy.
Not here to deliver. Complete level 2. Okay. I'm starting to understand it.
The third level was Freeway. This was probably the most fun level in my opinion, because let's be honest, how fun is just speeding down the freeway? It's the absolute best. And this was also the most difficult level, because you play against these 2 massive trucks that can kind of just barrel into you and destroy you the entire time. It was really painful, but through perseverance and persistence, I beat it. This level also has some barriers on the freeway, which you're able to just drive straight through, because again, let's be honest, we've all wanted to do that every time we've seen a barrier or those orange cones or anything. So you can do that and you unlock a trophy for doing it.
Blast through a roadwork site on the freeway. Okay, and then I just died. But I'm abusing the rewind.
After playing the level a little bit longer, I finally beat it, literally on like my last little bit of health. And also, I am so washed at games. Like before you see this clip, I just want you to know I'm embarrassed by my inaccuracy here.
Touch it up. Highway to Carnage. Complete level 3. That sucked. We've got 6 cars now. Oh man. This is a tough game.
The next level was River Park, and despite what the health bar says, this is when I started really improving at the game and starting to enjoy it a lot more. So I was having a much better time with it. And then while I was driving, I actually, because the graphics are so bad, you don't even see the cars coming at you sometimes. So I just drove straight into this car and destroyed it, which gave me a trophy.
Defeat an opponent with collision damage.
In this level, I also drove through this tiny little alleyway, which unlocked another trophy. Yeah, let's be honest. In these PlayStation classics, they don't put a lot of thought into the trophy list, do they?
Strategic break. Drive through an alley in the... Okay, cool.
I should also mention that there's 12 cars in this game, and each car has their own unique ability you can use to kill other cars. Some are flamethrowers, some are rockets, stuff like that. But every gun is equipped with just like a normal machine gun that you can use for holding down R2. And when you get a kill with this machine gun, you unlock a trophy.
Pump them full of lead. Defeat an opponent with a machine gun. Blew a load of machine gun ammo in that bitch.
Then literally a minute after that, I blew up the last car and finally beat the level.
Oh, hey, buddy. Water is for people, not cars. Complete level 4. Easy.
The next level was Attack on Suburbia. This was a really difficult level as well because there's 8 other cars you need to blow up. And, you know, luckily through skill, perseverance, definitely not the rewind feature and me using a cheat code to get back into the level whenever I lost, I managed to beat the level. And also, I realized I haven't shown it much, so here's every car blowing up.
Watch out for pedestrians. Complete level 5. Okay, I think there's one level left and then like a boss fight.
The final level was rooftop combat. Basically, you're on a bunch of roofs. Think like the Spider-Man PlayStation 1 game type level design. And this is meant to be difficult, I guess, because it's really simple to fall off the roof. But with the rewind feature, it's not an issue. And you're only playing against 3 other cars. So I won this pretty easily. It took me like 5 minutes.
That was an easy win. Watch the edge now. We're edging? Hell yeah.
So after you beat the rooftop level, the boss of the game, Minion, storms in. Minion's basically just this big, black, veiny cock of a car you've got to destroy. It's the final boss in the game. It's really difficult. It's definitely the most difficult thing to destroy. And once you beat that, you beat the game, you get your trophies.
Yes. Play the final round and defeat Minion. Prepare to meet Calypso. Collect your winning prize as roadkill.
So the previous trophy I got was for beating the game as roadkill, which is one of the cars. There's now 11 other cars I need to beat the entire game as to get their respective trophies. Luckily, what I can do is implement this code you see on screen, and that takes me directly to the final boss battle against Minion. Once I beat that, the trophy will pop. I don't have to play through the entire game. What's annoying though is by skipping to this final level, all 3 cars from the previous rooftop level spawn as well as Minion, and it's a pain in the ass to beat. But luckily I found a workaround which I'll talk you through now. I just said that I found a workaround. I didn't. I looked up a guide on PSN profiles. I'm not trying to steal trophy guide Valor. I just want to point that out. Also, I got a trophy here for falling off the roof, which is pretty cool.
Cause either yourself or your opponent to fall off the rooftop. Okay, great. I swear I fell off the roof already, but...
So the method to beating this level every single time is actually pretty simple. You've just got to drive up to this pyramid and destroy it, which gives you a trophy. So down here, there's this little electricity pad where you can regen health, which I didn't actually know were health regens until right now after I beat the entire game. And you can also destroy these like little pot plant things, and they drop weapons. So what you do is you just come down here, get your health back, pick up some weapons, then you drive through the wall bit over here. Then you drive through this, you land on this little rooftop out here, and you can just sit and wait for the other cars and slowly pick them off one by one. Then you go back down the pyramid, back out here, rinse and repeat. It's really easy. And this is how I got the trophy for every single car. I'll just show you me getting all the trophies now. I'm not going to go through each car. Like, it's Christmas. I'm not going to waste your time, you know what I mean? So here's all the trophies. With all the cars done, I had 3 very easy trophies left to get. The first one was for destroying all the red crates in the arena level.
Can't hide from me. Destroy all Calypso crates in the arena level 2. I don't know how I didn't do that naturally, like on my first playthrough.
The second trophy was for destroying a stationary car in the warehouse district level. Life imitates art, you know?
Shouldn't have parked there. Eliminate a car in the warehouse district warfare level. That was easy as one click of a button.
And the final trophy was for doing the exact same thing, but in the suburban level.
Done. Can I ban the van? And... Twisted Champion. Well done. That was fun when I put it on easy mode. And luckily you can just skip to the last level for all the vehicle related trophies, but yeah, that was good. I'll probably do the second one.
So that was Twisted Metal. It actually only took me 3.5 hours to platinum the entire game, and that was with honestly spending about 40 minutes on the very first level trying to learn the controls. I'd give it a 3 or 4 out of 10 difficulty, and it doesn't take long. Look, if you didn't have rewind and you couldn't skip to that final level, it would probably be a 30 to 50 hour game, 7 out of 10. But I ended up really enjoying it. It's definitely a victim of its time in terms of the graphics and the jankiness of the controls, but it's definitely really fun, and if this video gets a good response, I'll probably play the second.